Welcome back to the Waubun High School Gymnasium tonight. Second half of our doubleheader with Mahnomen-Waubun hosting Lake Park Audubon in a boys basketball matchup tonight. Part of our second half of our doubleheader. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sean Bierk, the broadcast call. Aaron Gunther is my Your Live event engineer. Thanks to all the sponsors. They make it possible. Please patronize the advertisers that you hear and see throughout the broadcast tonight. Well, the Raiders come to the record. They are 1-1 on the season. The Thunderbirds' first game of the season came last night. They are 0-1. They dropped one to at the hands of Audubon West. So Mahnomen-Waubun looking for that first win of the season. Raiders 1-1 here tonight. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Bighorn Financial Services. Kurt Fillion. If it's financial planning, Kurt Fillion would love to help you out. You can contact Kurt by dialing 218-230-2822. Kurt Fillion and Bighorn Financial Services, planning for the future. And by Foston Chiropractic Clinic, downtown Foston. Whether it's chiropractic acupuncture, maybe it's health nutritional supplements, maybe it's wave therapy, it is Dr. Gabe. He's the guy to talk to. Foston Chiropractic Clinic, downtown Foston. Well, keys tonight for the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. Raiders need to just be aggressive. They've got some experience. They've got to drive to the basket, open up that outside shot, and then just on defense, they need to move the feet here tonight. They're going to have to be quick. Thunderbirds, young basketball team, but they've got a lot of quickness, so the Raiders defensively need to move their feet. Don't turn the ball over. For Mahnomen-Waubun, they came off of a tough loss last night where head coach John Clark Jr. had said, you know, not our best performance. We were slow. We were sluggish. Tonight, the Thunderbirds need to be quicker. They need to move their feet. They got to be fast. They need to move on defense. They got to work here tonight. I think the Thunderbirds need to get the ball inside, and I think they need to drive and kick here tonight. Thunderbirds can't turn the basketball over. They need to make free throws, and I think they're going to have to rebound. The Raiders, an aggressive team on the board, so they're going to have to rebound. So your keys to the game brought to you by Kurt Fillion, Bighorn Financial Services, and Foston Chiropractic Clinic. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will have your starting lineups. We're moments away from the opening tap. Thunderbirds and Raiders boys basketball on Gold 101.5 KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com.
As life starts moving faster and faster, we need to make a choice. To move faster with it, or take a step back and enjoy life's moments. To marvel at the wonders around us, and remember just how beautiful White Earth Reservation can be. With over 1,300 square miles to explore in northern Minnesota, the endless possibilities of White Earth Reservation await you. Live here, work here, explore here. Explore more at whiteearth.com or on Facebook at White Earth Nation.
At Wild Rice Electric Cooperative, we're more than just your energy provider. We're your friends, your neighbors, and partners in progress. With a deep concern for our community and a commitment to teamwork, we're dedicated to empowering every member we serve. From lighting up your homes to supporting local initiatives, Wild Rice Electric is here to energize our community. Because when we work together, we all thrive. Wild Rice Electric Cooperative, empowering you, empowering our community.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Well, it's time for our West Main Pizza starting lineups. Locations in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth. West Main Pizza, they are more than just pizza. Delicious subs, they've got salads, they've got specialty pizzas, they've got it all. West Main Pizza, locations in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth. Well, we'll get into the starting lineup first for the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. Starting with the Raiders tonight, a senior number 1, Braden Sandlin. A junior number 2, Luca Besky. A senior number 3, Trip Eider. A junior number 4, Troy Nerdahl. And a junior number 11, Leaf Shervey. Raiders are coached by Landon Schultz. Assistant coaches are Braden Wilmore, Steve Aldridge, and Broden Lean. Raiders wear the white jerseys, the red and black trim, red numbers and letters. Raiders across the front, they are 1-1. Now the lineup for the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. Starting for the Thunderbirds, a senior number 5, Brian Clark. A senior number 10, Gabe Smith. A sophomore number 12, Anthony Thompson. A junior number 30, Brody Lutka. And a junior number 32, Ethan Jackson. The Thunderbirds are coached by John Clark Jr. Assistant coaches are Eric Steck, Dayton Mackey, Travis Casti, and Jamie Nordic. They wear the teal jerseys tonight with the black and white trim, the white numbers and letters. Thunderbirds across the front. The Thunderbirds are 0-1. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sean Bierk. The broadcast called. Aaron Gunther is my Your Live event engineer. Thanks to all the sponsors making the coverage possible tonight here from the Waubun White Earth School Gymnasium. Our opening tap is brought to you by Gordon Construction, providing quality construction service to the area. Gordon Construction of Mahnomen. It'll be Anthony Thompson to jump for the Thunderbirds. And it'll be, appears to be Leaf Shervey going to jump for the Raiders. And we are set to go here in this one. Between the Raiders and the Thunderbirds, boys basketball tonight on Gold 101.5, KRJM, and YourLiveEvent.com. Again, thank you for tuning in. So they're checking with the officials. They're checking with the scorekeeper. And taking their time to get this one started, apparently. I think one of the officials maybe ran off the floor here or something. Not exactly sure where he went. Nonetheless, we're just here waiting. Having a grand old time. Just waiting. One official headed back into the locker room. That's what we're waiting on. So the Thunderbirds with Clark, Smith, Thompson, Lutka, and Jackson. Raiders, Sandlin, Besky, Eider, Nerdahl, and Shervey. Again, two teams that normally pretty good battles in the past. And now we got the other official. Now, and a nice round of applause. So we're ready to go. Jump ball control by the Raiders. And the Raiders will have the basketball early here. Sandlin steps back, shoots a three, and just like that, Braden Sandlin buries a three, and it's 3-0. Smith across to Jackson. Now Clark with it. Clark back to Lutka. Lutka working up front. Now to Clark. Brian Clark, and here is a short jump shot that's no good, and a rebound that's tipped out to Braden Sandlin. Sandlin up the floor into the left side. Here is Eider for a three, and he's good. No, that was Troy Nerdahl. Nerdahl buries a three. It's 6-0 early Raiders. Clark, now it's Lutka on the drive. Brody Lutka is going to be fouled, and down to the floor he goes. Foul is on Leaf Shervey, his first. Lutka coming off of a concussion that he suffered in the state semifinals of the high school football season. Hasn't had a whole lot of practice time. In fact, I think he just came back this week. Lutka shooting two. First one, good. Banked it in for Brody Lutka. So Lutka will shoot again. 6-1. Raiders off to a good start with a couple of threes. Second one on the way for Brody Lutka. It's off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound coming down to the Raiders and Luka Besky. Now three on the way from Eider. That's no good. And a physical rebound that Brody Lutka ends up with it. And up the floor. And this is Anthony Thompson. Thompson up the floor with the lay-in. 6-3. Full court pressure and a foul called. I think they will get Anthony Thompson with the foul. On the arm, first personal. Teams first. Thunderbirds with the full court pressure. 16:54 to play, first half. Inbound will go to Sandlin. And he'll work it up against Brian Clark. Sandlin goes around him. Sandlin to the left side, leaves it. West, here's a drive. Nerdahl, kick out. Here's Eider, tries a three, and that's good. Trip Eider. And the Raiders off to a hot start with the 3 ball. They lead 9-3. Clark to Lutka, they go left side to Gabe Smith. Smith looking around, now tries to force inside. It's loose ball picked up by Anthony Thompson. Thompson down to Ethan Jackson. Jackson, a nice spin move to the inside for 2. 9-5. Or 9-3 rather. 9-3. Back the other way comes Besky working against Anthony Thompson. 9-5. It is actually 9-5. And a nice move inside. Besky couldn't finish it off. Got his own rebound, then had it rejected. And back into the hands of the Raiders. So they go up top. Sandlin. Sandlin 8 on the shot clock. Now it's Besky. Besky driving, lost the handle of it. It's loose ball picked up by Ethan Jackson. Turnover on the Raiders. Back the other way comes Brian Clark. Clark, little hop, step, and a jump, and the rebound tipped right back out to Brian Clark. Now Lutka directs traffic up top. 15.5 to go first half. 9-5. They loft it in for Ethan Jackson. Nice loft. Jackson too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Braden Sandlin. Sandlin will bring it up, push it down the right side to Troy Nerdahl. Nerdahl back out. Now it's Sandlin. Sandlin cut off, kicks it all the way across to Luka Besky. Besky drives in, short little jump shot, too hard. Rebound that Ethan Jackson is fighting for, and he's going to end up with it, and a foul called. So Jackson gets the rebound. And a foul that's going against Luka Besky. Thunderbirds coming with a line change, and that's what they're going to do here on the floor. It'll be Gavin MacArthur along with Tate Hodek, Hudson MacArthur, and also James Thompson and Taden Larson. Larson will bring it up here. 9-5 Raiders lead. Larson across to Thompson. Thompson to Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur. Now it's Thompson on a drive. Little baseline cut by Tate Hodek, and he stepped on the line. He was baseline cutting, stepped on the out of bounds line, and a turnover on the Thunderbirds. 9-5. Raiders leading. Braden Sandlin will come in with it. Sandlin drives pass, leaves it right side. 3 on the way. No good by Murphy Austin. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Raiders. So it'll be Thunderbird basketball. Larson will come up with it for the Thunderbirds. 9-5. Raiders leading. Right side, Hodek. Hodek inside to Hudson MacArthur. Draws the double, the backside, and a foul called. Foul is on Murphy Austin. Thunderbirds will inbound from their own baseline. So the inbound goes to Hudson MacArthur. MacArthur one-handed, goes up strong, couldn't get the shot to fall, and the rebound coming down to Trip Eider. Sandlin across half court, 9-5. Little lull in scoring. Eider back out to Besky. Besky takes the 3, and that is no good. Rebounded by Tate Hodek. And Hodek will push it up the floor to Larson. Larson across to Gavin MacArthur. A nice move. Gavin MacArthur catches and releases for 2. 9-7. Eider back up top to Sandlin. Left side. Sandlin to the free throw line. Defense extends out. They go to the left to Besky. Besky looks to penetrate. Drop step off the glass. Bucket good for Luka Besky and 1. So Besky with the bucket. Foul is on James Thompson. His first, team's second. To the line will go Luka Besky. It's an 11-7 Raiders lead. They started out on a 6-0 run with 2 threes to begin the ball game. Free throw up, good. Besky makes it, and it's a 12-7 Raider lead. Larson. Ted and Larson. Over to Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur leaves it for Tate Hodek. Hodek, high post, James Thompson. Thompson at the elbow, works inside. Nice job by James Thompson. Battles inside and off the glass. Gets the bucket. 12-9. Sandlin across half court. Here's Sandlin. Drip left side, Austin. Austin kicks it up top. Beskey gonna try a three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Murphy. Austin. Eider back out with it, down to Sandlin. 13-11 to play first half, 12-9 lead. Now it's Eider step back three. That's no good. Rebound coming down to Ted and Larson. Larson to Thompson, up the floor comes Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur had it stripped away, turnover Thunderbirds. Back the other way, Luca Beskey. Beskey has it stripped away, turnover on the Raiders. Larson got back and turned him over. Now it's MacArthur, had it go off of him and a couple of other players, and it was last touched by the Thunderbirds. I think Hudson MacArthur just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. 12:47 to play here, first half, and a 12-9 lead for the Raiders. Beskey cross half court and a hand check foul on Tate Hodek. That'll be his first. Substitution, back in is Troy Nerdahl, sitting down as Trip Eider. Beskey will inbound here for the Raiders. Into the front, into the backcourt to Sandlin, and he'll work it across, working against Gavin MacArthur. Right side, Austin. And now it is Nerdahl. Nerdahl back out to Sandlin. 12:27 to play in the half. Kick out Beskey. Beskey in trouble now, has to get rid of it. Takes a pull-up jumper, won't fall, and a tough rebound there by Jackson Costel, who came into the ball game. Why wasn't looking? Now a three on the way by the Raiders, no good. Next rebound is down for Hudson MacArthur. Back the other way, Gavin MacArthur will bring it through. MacArthur to Larson, Larson across to Hodek. They go inside to Hudson MacArthur, and it went over his head. Turnover Thunderbirds, their fourth. Substitution, line change. Smith, Clark, Anthony Thompson, Ethan Jackson, and Brody Lutka back in. So it'll be Raider basketball here with 11:51 to go in the first half, a 12-9 Raider lead. Costel had it knocked away, turnover Raiders. Left side, here's Brian Clark's jump shot, no good. And Lutka, big, tough rebound, and the putback good for Brody Lutka. Lutka had to battle for it. Foul goes against Murphy. Austin will be his second. Luca Beskey sitting down. Leaf Shervy is back on. 12-11. Thunderbirds have pulled this within one. Chance to tie it here with Brody Lutka at the line. He's 1 of 2. Lutka, the free throw off the back iron, no good. And a rebound down to Leaf Shervy. And now it's a pass going to Shervy, and he wasn't looking for it, so it's turned over. Here's Gabe Smith dumping to Anthony Thompson, and Thompson finishes it off. And the Thunderbirds take the lead at 13-12. Beskey across to Austin. Austin over to Beskey. Baseball pass to Shervy on the right side. Shervy back out to Austin. Thunderbird defensive pressure here. To Beskey, they extend their zone out into the corner. This is Troy Nerdahl for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound popped right back out to Nerdahl. Now across to Shervy. Shervy bounce pass. Sandlin will try a three. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Ethan Jackson. Jackson skying for that one. A hard pass up the floor. Anthony Thompson got it. Missed the shot. Brody Lutka fights inside, and he's fouled. Lutka came out of nowhere. Wasn't even in the spot, and he just came crashing in for that board. Draws the foul. Nerdahl picks up his first. Lutka back at the line. Thunderbirds lead 13-12. 10:44 to play, first half. First free throw for Lutka is no good. Lutka's now 1 of 4. Substitution. Trip Eider coming in. Murphy Austin sitting down. One more here for Brody Lutka. Second free throw up, and that one's off the mark, and a long rebound controlled by Leaf Shervy. Shervy bounce pass to Eider. Eider fires up a quick three. It's no good. Rebounded by Brian Clark. And Clark, Smith across to Lutka. Lutka comes down. He'll fire up a three. That's no good. And again, it's Ethan Jackson down to the board. And a shot that's no good. And now the rebound kicked around. Brian Clark had a shot at it. Had the rebound. The putback no good. And the next rebound coming down to Troy Nerdahl. Shervy, and now it is Sandlin. He's caught in a trap, and a timeout as the Thunderbirds setting up their half-court trap. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. Brought to you by Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Thunderbirds lead the Raiders 13-12.
At Deerwood Bank, we believe in the power of community. That's why we're committed to supporting our youth, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether it's sponsoring local sports teams or funding educational programs, we've been dedicated to helping our future leaders grow and succeed since 1910. Because at Deerwood Bank, we know that investing in our youth is investing in a brighter tomorrow. Visit us in our Ogama office or at any of our 14 Minnesota locations. Deerwood Bank, banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC.
(13-12), Thunderbirds lead the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. First half of action tonight on Gold 101.5 KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com. Raiders got off to a hot start, hitting their first three-pointers. But since then have gone cold from the floor. Meanwhile, the Thunderbirds have been crashing the boards and getting inside. So it'll be Raider basketball. Braden Sandlin will have the basketball. Thunderbirds sitting up in a half-court trap. Skipping it ahead to Troy Nerdahl. Nerdahl over to Shervy. Shervy on the drive. Kick out to Trip Eider. Eider tries a three. That's good. Second three of the night for Trip Eider, and the Raiders regain the lead at 15-13. Now it's Anthony Thompson. Kick it out to Gabe Smith. Smith stops, has to take the shot, and he hits it. Under pressure, Gabe Smith hits the shot, and we're tied at 15s. Sandlin. Thunderbirds in there, full court pressure. Shervy up the floor to Eider. Now he's caught in a trap. Eider has to do something with it, and he did. He turned it over. Gave it right to Brian Clark, and then the ball up the floor. Still loose, and then picked up by Troy Nerdahl. Turnover Thunderbirds. Shervy coming across. Ball kicked ahead to Nerdahl. Nerdahl picks it up, shoots the three. It's no good. It hit the shot clock. It'll be Thunderbird basketball. Line change. Larson, MacArthur, Hodek, James Thompson, and Hudson MacArthur coming in. Jackson Castell sitting down for the Raiders. Luka Besky back on. So it'll be Tad and Larson to bring it across. Over to Tate Hodek. Hodek to Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur will give it to Thompson. Pass tipped. Hodek picks up the loose ball. Has it knocked away again. Now it's Hodek on the baseline. Hodek on the baseline off the side of the backboard. And the ball tipped out to Larson. Larson steps inside. And Hodek comes in, flies in, and is able to get the loose ball and throw it off on one of the Raiders. Murphy Austin coming in. Braden Sandlin will sit down. 15-all, we're tied. 8:52 to play in the half. Thompson will inbound to Hudson MacArthur. MacArthur turns, takes a shot, it's no good. Rebound comes down to Murphy Austin, and we got a foul on the rebound. Foul is on. Looks like it's on Tate Hodek. Be his second. Team's fourth. Austin back across. Pass almost taken away. And now that leaves Trip Eider open on the left side. He'll pull a trigger on a three. Quick three. It's no good. Rebounded by Luka Besky. Besky penetrates into the glass. Couldn't get it to fall. Now it's Trip Eider with the rebound. Eider had it slapped away. It's a loose ball. Now still loose, and then finally turned over by the Raiders, picked up by the Thunderbirds. Thompson's got to dribble out, and it's James Thompson in trouble. Timeout taken, Thunderbirds. Time on the floor, we'll take it. Brought to you by Gordon Construction, your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Tied at 15 on KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
We are tied at 15 here in this first half of basketball on Gold 101.5 and YourLiveEvent.com. The boys matchup here tonight. It will be Thunderbird basketball. They'll inbound from the near sideline. So Larson will get the inbound. And he'll bring it across over to Anthony, or to James Thompson. That one's Gavin MacArthur down to Hudson MacArthur. One-hander, no good. Rebounded by Tate Hodek. Hodek snuck into the backside. Got an easy one. 17-15, Thunderbirds lead. And across, we're going to have a foul as James Thompson tried to get the steal, knocked the ball away, and that'll be his second. And it'll be Raider basketball. So the inbound here will come from Murphy Austin. He'll inbound it to Luka Beske. In other words, with that half-court trap to get it across to Eider. Eider back up top, Beske. Beske looks back to Eider in the corner. Trip Eider, dribbling back out to Luka Beske. Beske moving out front. 7:30 to play in the half. Corner, Nerdahl. Nerdahl dribble out, leaves it in for Shervy. Shervy out to Beske. Beske gonna try a three, and that's good for Luka Beske. His shot is good, and it's a lead change. 18-17. Raiders up by one. Larson spins through traffic and caught in a travel. Turnover 6 on the Thunderbirds. Raider basketball. Murphy Austin back to Luka Beske. Beske Austin back to Beske. And bounce pass up the floor to Nerdahl, and Nerdahl has got an easy runner, and they broke the press and gave Troy Nerdahl a wide open lane for a layup. 20-17. Right side, Tate Hodek looking, now lofts in for Hudson MacArthur. Nice pass. MacArthur fouled from behind. There's a great inlet pass. Leaf Shervy picks up his second. Hudson MacArthur at the line. 20-17. Thunderbirds lead by, or Raiders lead by 3 rather. First one for MacArthur is good. Substitution. Sandlin coming back in along with Jackson Castell. Sitting down is Nerdahl and Shervy. One more here for Hudson MacArthur. 20-18. Second free throw up, and that one's good for Hudson MacArthur. Made them both. 20-19, a 1-point ball game. Raiders leading. Beske up the floor to Austin. Back out, and we're gonna have a foul. Gavin MacArthur tried to jump the route and knock the ball away, and they're gonna get him for his first personal. Team 6th. Inbound. Sandlin in the backcourt, has to do something. Now it's Eider back to Sandlin. Sandlin gets it across over to Beske. Beske weaves through traffic. Nice job by Luka Beske, but didn't make the shot, but got his own rebound. And they kick it out. Now it's Trip Eider, deep three, won't fall. Rebounded by Hudson MacArthur, and we're gonna have a foul on a reach. So the foul is on. Foul goes on against Braden Sandlin, his first. Substitution, a line change. That'll bring Lutka, Anthony Thompson, Brian Clark, and Gabe Smith in. Hudson MacArthur's at the line, shooting 1-1 as Ethan Jackson is getting set to check in for him. Because it's the team's 7th for the Raiders, so a 1-1. MacArthur on the front end of the 1-1 is no good. Rebounded by Anthony Thompson. Thompson on the baseline. And a three on the way. It rims in and rims out. Rebounded by Brody Lutka. And now the look inside. Brian Clark gets loose ball back out to Gabe Smith. Here's Anthony Thompson. Dribble around and hit the shot, says Anthony Thompson. And the Thunderbirds regain the lead at 22-20. Beskey up the floor with it on the left side. Back out to Sandlin. Inside look to Austin, and Brody Lutka runs into him. That'll be a foul on Lutka. It'll be his first, team 7th. Ethan Jackson will come in for Hudson MacArthur. At the line is Jackson Castell. He'll be shooting a 1 and if make 1. First one up, and that one's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Ethan Jackson. Jackson skying for that one. 22-20 Thunderbirds leading, 5:43 to go. Jackson, backdoor cut by Thompson. Came late, and it's a turnover. Here comes the Raiders. Sandlin into the middle. Castell traveled. Didn't make the decision quick enough. Travels with it, and it'll be Thunderbird basketball with 5.5 to go in the half. Gabe Smith across half court. Smith to Lutka at the high post at the elbow. Lutka, now he'll square up. Now Brody Lutka looks to drive. Lutka takes the jump shot. It's no good, and a rebound that Lutka ends up with and put back good. Bull in a china shop is Brody Lutka. And it's 24-20. Now a near turnover. Back the other way. Raiders, Eider in the corner. Trip Eider bouncing through traffic. Now in trouble is Trip Eider. To Luka Beskey as they're going to reset. Eider, corner, 3 on the way. That one won't fall. And a rebound that comes down to Jackson Castell. And he's pushed from behind by Gabe Smith. It's his first, team's 8th. To the line will go Castell. He's 0 of 1. So 1 and 1 again here for the Raiders. 24-20 Thunderbirds by 4. This is their greatest lead. Front end won't go. Rebounded by Brody Lutka. Up the floor, here's Anthony Thompson. Thompson, mid-range jumper, rolls across, no good. Rebounded by Braden Sandlin. Sandlin to Beskey. Beskey across half court. Beskey down the right side. Beskey works back to Sandlin. Back to Luka Beskey. Beskey spot up, take the 3. Good for Luka Beskey. He's hit a couple of those tonight. He's got 9. It's 24-23. Thunderbirds by 1. 4:20 to go. Clark with it on the left side. Bringing it back up top, and I'll give it to Anthony Thompson over to Gabe Smith on the left. Smith to Thompson. Thompson runs into traffic, and he traveled. Got a bump in the lane and traveled with it. Troy Nerdahl coming in for Castell. Be Raider basketball. Thunderbirds in a 1-2-1-1 press with 4:06 to go here in the first half. Murphy Austin checked in. And now the ball turned over, thrown right into the hands of Brian Clark. Clark jump stop to Ethan Jackson. Jackson, 3 is good for Ethan Jackson. 27-23. Thunderbirds back up by 4. Braden Sandlin, and we'll have a foul. Thunderbirds putting the pressure on, committing a foul on that one, and it going against Anthony Thompson. That'll be his second. So it'll be 1 and 1 here for Braden Sandlin. He's got 3 points. Hit a 3 to begin the game. Front end of the 1 and 1 is no good, and Ethan Jackson right there to snag the rebound. And here comes the Thunderbirds up the floor. Thompson on the right side, back out to Smith. They'll swing it over to Lutka. Now it's Clark. Clark will dribble up top. Back to Smith. 3:28 to play in the first half. 27-23 Thunderbirds. They lofted up for Brody Lutka. Lutka missed the first one, then the rebound slapped out of his hands. Stays with the Thunderbirds. 10 on the shot clock. Inbound from Clark coming into Anthony Thompson. A baseline drive and had it nearly stolen away. Beskey almost took it. He stepped on the out of bounds line. So they reset the shot clock to 20. 3:16 to play in the half. And the inbound goes to Ethan Jackson. Jackson out to Anthony Thompson. Thompson dribbling up top. Here is Anthony Thompson. They skip it over to Brody Lutka on the left side. Lutka to Ethan Jackson. Now Jackson has to look to score with 5 on the shot clock and still in the lane. Ball is loose. Ball still loose, still loose, still loose. And the shot clock goes off. So the Thunderbirds will have a turnover. Their 9th line change here for the Thunderbirds as James Thompson, Tate Hodek, Ted and Larson, Gavin MacArthur, Hudson MacArthur coming in. So the inbound will go to Murphy Austin. Austin to Braden Sandlin. Sandlin dribbles once, gives it up to Austin. Austin across half court over to Nerdahl. Nerdahl feeding Eider on the baseline. Now Eider has to bring it out. Here's Luca Beskey, tries a 3. That one rimmed in, rimmed out, rebounded by Larson. Larson bringing it back in transition down the right side. 2.5 to go first half. Left side, Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur tried to force it into Hudson MacArthur. 10th turnover on the Thunderbirds. And across to Trip Eider. Eider had a clear-cut run to the basket, but he mishandled the pass, so they bring it back out and reset the offense. Corner, Austin, now it's Beskey. Sandlin top of the key. Over to Nerdahl. Nerdahl tries a 3. That comes up well short, and Tate Hodek is there to pick up the missed shot. Back the other way is Larson. Larson traveled. Turnover 11 on the Thunderbirds. .205 to go first half. 27-23, Thunderbirds by 4. Sandlin over to Austin. They'll skip it up to Beskey. Corner, Nerdahl to Eider, and they broke the press and got an easy one out of it. Trip Eider for 2. 27-25, Thunderbirds by 2. Larson over to Tate Hodek. Hodek will give it to Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur feeding Larson. Larson down to the baseline. He'll stop. Mid-range jumper won't fall. Rebounded by Trip Eider. And Eider to Sandlin, who will clear it out and give it up to Austin. Now back to Sandlin. Down the floor to Nerdahl. Nerdahl tries a 3 in that corner. Good! Troy Nerdahl. 3 is good, and the Raiders regain the lead at 28-27 on a little 5-0 run. Thompson left side, Gavin MacArthur, 1:15 to go in the half. Up top, here's James Thompson on a drive. Thompson cut off, kick it out. Larson will drive. He'll kick it back out to James Thompson. Will try a 3. That one rimmed around. And a loose ball. Gavin MacArthur picks it up. His shot is well off the mark. Next one is down to Braden Sandlin. 50 seconds to go in the half. 28-27. Austin has to do something to get it across, and that's a 10 count on the Raiders. Didn't get it across in time, waited too long in the backcourt. Line change, Clark, Jackson, Smith, Lutka, and Thompson in for the Thunderbirds. 28-27 Raiders. 47 seconds to play in the half. Lutka will inbound to Anthony Thompson. Spin move by Anthony Thompson. Kick it out to Gabe Smith. They work it back to the left side to Thompson. Thompson, nice move off the glass. Good for Anthony Thompson. Slicing and dicing for that bucket. 29-28, Thunderbirds back up by 1. Up the floor to Nerdahl. Nerdahl, baseline, and his shot. I don't know if it's a pass or a shot. Anyway, it ended up out of bounds, and the Raiders will turn it over for the 10th time. 24 to play, 24 seconds to play in the first half, and a 29-28 Thunderbird lead. Gabe Smith to Anthony Thompson over to Brian Clark. Clark left side to Lutka. Lutka gives it back. Now it's Clark. Clark to Ethan Jackson. Jackson drives in. Now is stuck. Jackson the fall away. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Thunderbirds. 2 seconds to go in the half. Thunderbirds lead 29-28. Inbound coming here from Brian Clark. He gets it into Brody Lutka. Fall away jump shot at the buzzer, no good. 29-28. Mahnomen-Waubun leading here at the half. Our halftime report on the way. Look at the numbers and more at the half. Mahnomen-Waubun leading Lake Park Audubon 29-28 on Gold 101.5 KRJM and yourliveevent.com.
For anyone that loves DIY projects, your locally owned True Value store on Main Street in Mahnomen is a shopper's paradise. They have everything you need for plumbing projects, electrical. They've got a full supply of paint and all of the painting supplies. They've got supplies for your outdoor projects, and of course, they've got the tools to get the job done. Stop by and see Ryan and Paige at your locally owned True Value store. For the DIY lovers, your locally owned True Value store is a shopper's paradise. When it comes to repair work on your vehicle, contact Baker's Truck Repair of Ogama, 218-983-3330. They pretty much do repairs on anything from big semis to small autos. They offer trailer work, they do DOT inspections, brake work, they have a huge selection of tires, interstate batteries, engine work, air conditioning work, and so much more. Contact the professionals at Baker's Truck Repair, 218-983-3330. They'll pretty much do repairs on anything. It's Baker's Truck Repair on Highway 59 in Ogama. These years are a stepping stone for a bright future at the Waubun-Ogama White Earth School District. They work hard to make a positive influence on the students from grade school all the way up to high school. Without guidance and leadership, life after high school can be even tougher. Skills and work ethics taught at the Waubun-Ogama White Earth School District make this process to adulthood easy. Good luck to all the students throughout the school year from the entire staff and administration at the Waubun-Ogama White Earth School District. The perfect destination for your next family vacation, it's Pinehurst Resort on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash. Whether you're looking to soak up the summer sun, maybe check out the fall colors, or you enjoy snowmobiling or ice fishing, Pinehurst Resort can do it all. You can check them out online at visitpinehurstmn.com. Make your next reservation for a perfect family vacation at Pinehurst, 218-935-5745. Pinehurst Resort on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash. The Sealess. Talk to Mitch at Select Ag on Highway 59 in Mahnomen, 218-936-4026. Select Ag is a Pioneer seed dealer. They carry corn, sunflower, alfalfa, and they have Extend and Liberty Link brand soybeans, and they deliver. Plus, ask Select Ag about crop protection as well. Select Ag, 218-936-4026. Talk to the seed specialist, Select Ag in Mahnomen. Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima Companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima Companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
Halftime report brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, the Joe McCullum Agency of Mahnomen and of Bijou and Detroit Lakes. Joe will find you that coverage that'll fit your budget. You can contact him at 218-844-5970. Joe McCullum, your agent for Farmers Union Insurance with offices in Bijou and in Detroit Lakes. Well, the first half has been back and forth. The Raiders started out hot, hit their first 2 or 3 three-pointers. They led early 6-0. Thunderbirds had kind of come back in. They'd hit a couple of shots. Pretty soon we'd have a back-and-forth battle, and that's kind of where it's been. Neither team has been able to really build more than that lead. The Raiders had that 6-point lead early, and that's been the biggest lead here between the two teams. We have had one tie. We were tied at 15s, but we've also had 7 lead changes here as it goes back and forth here in this first half. Looking inside the numbers here, we'll start with Lake Park Audubon. They're led in scoring by Luka Beski with 9 points, 4 boards. He's hit a couple of threes in this first half. Trip Eider, 8 points, 3 boards. He's got a couple of threes. Troy Nerdahl, 8 points, 2 boards on a couple of threes. Braden Sandlin started the game with a 3. He's got 3 points and 4 boards. Then it is Murphy Austin with a couple of rebounds, Leif Shervey with 2 rebounds, and Jackson Castell is 0 of 2 from the line. He's got 2 rebounds. Raiders 1 of 4 as a team from the free throw line. They have 19 rebounds. Fouls, 2 on Leif Shervey, 2 on Murphy Austin, 1 on Troy Nerdahl, 1 on Luka Besky, and 1 on Braden Sandlin. The Raiders, they've turned the ball over 10 times here in this first half. Now for Mahnomen-Waubun, they're led in scoring so far by Anthony Thompson, 9 points and a board. He's got a triple and some deuces. Then it is Brody Lutka, 5.6 boards. Lutka is 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Ethan Jackson, 5 points, 5 boards. Hudson MacArthur, 2 of 2 from the line. He's got 2 points and 2 boards. Gabe Smith with 2 points. James Thompson with 2 points. Tate Hodick, 2 points, has 3 rebounds. Gavin MacArthur, 2 points and a board. Tadden Larson has 2 rebounds. Brian Clark with 3 rebounds here in this first half. Thunderbirds 3 of 7 from the free throw line. They've out-rebounded the Raiders here in this first half. They've got 23 rebounds here so far in the first half. And the Thunderbirds have turned the ball over 11 times so far. Back and forth battle here in this one tonight. Start off for the boys basketball matchup. Mahnomen-Waubun leading Lake Park Audubon here at the half, 29-28. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, more to come. Our Farmers Union Insurance, Joe McCollum Agency of Bijou and Detroit Lakes halftime report continues after this. 29-28 Thunderbirds lead the Raiders at the half.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Ag Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Ag Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Ag Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
All Works Underground Utilities LLC specializes in directional boring and plowing of underground utilities. Contact Dylan Stevens, 218-261-3090. Power lines, communications, water and sewer lines. All Works LLC can get the job done. All Works LLC works with residential and construction contractors in Minnesota and North Dakota. Contact Dylan Stevens with All Works LLC, 218-261-3090. Serving Mahnomen and the surrounding communities for 34 years, it's Brigham and Super Value, your hometown grocery store in Mahnomen. Stop by today. Great weekly specials, delicious fresh produce, along with baked goods that are baked fresh daily, and a fully stocked meat department. Great deals, you'll find them at your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value. Celebrating 34 years, it's your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value in Mahnomen. For superior drywall installation and so much more, contact Corey Berry with Corey Berry Drywall, 218-204-0143. Corey does drywall work, framing, hanging, tape, texture, and paint. It's superior installation with superior results. Corey Berry with Corey Berry Drywall. Call him today, 218-204-0143. Superior drywall installation from Corey Berry Drywall.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Well, we're about set for the second half. Thanks to Farmers Union Insurance, the Joe McCullum Agencies of Bijou and Detroit Lakes for bringing us the halftime report. Of course, you can talk to Joe for all of your insurance needs by calling 218-844-5970. Ready for the second half. And we'll be ready to rock and roll. Again, my name is Sean Bierk, the broadcast call of this one tonight. The boys match up. Thanks to all the sponsors. They make it possible. Thanks to Aaron Gunther, your live event engineer expert here tonight, part of the A team. On the floor for the Thunderbirds, they'll go with line A, which is Ethan Jackson, Anthony Thompson, Brody Lutka, Brian Clark, and Gabe Smith. On the floor for the Raiders, it is Leaf Shervy, Luca Besky, Braden Sandlin, Troy Nerdahl, and Trip Eider. So it'll be Thunderbird basketball to start this second half. Clark will inbound and Smith will get the basketball, and we're underway here in the second half of play. Smith right side, Clark with it. Inside look is to Brody Lutka. It's stripped right out of his hands, and it's a turnover, and back the other way comes Braden Sandlin. Thunderbirds with the pressure here. Ahead to Trip Eider. Eider nearly had it thrown away. Besky now with it. Besky weaving through traffic, leaves it for Sandlin. Sandlin out to Nerdahl. Nerdahl's three is off the mark. And the rebound comes down to Braden Sandlin, and they'll reset. Over to Trip Eider on the right side. Eider, high post, no touch. Nerdahl tries a three from the other side, and this time he connects. Troy Nerdahl hits the second one, and the Raiders regain the lead at 31-29. Left side, Clark will give it to Ethan Jackson, and we got a foul. I think it's an offensive foul. And it is. Brody Lutka is going to be called with the offensive foul. Illegal screen. So that'll mean that it's Raider basketball. They lead 31-29 across. Besky up the floor to Nerdahl. Nerdahl going to be fouled. Ethan Jackson going to be called with the foul. It's his first. Team's second. Raiders to inbound from their own baseline. Inbound will go into Luca Besky. Besky out to Sandlin up top. Sandlin over to Eider. Eider is going to try a three. That's off the mark. And we're going to have a rebound. The foul is on, I think the foul is on Brian Clark. The official initially said it was going the other way, but it's staying on the side of the Raiders. So another foul here, third team on the Thunderbirds, and we've only gotten in about a minute and 10 seconds worth of play in the second half. Inbound will go to Besky. Besky into the corner, Nerdahl for three once again, and he hit again. Troy Nerdahl light the lamp for another three. He's got 4 threes in the game, and now it's a 5-point game, 34-29 Raiders. Clark to the left side to Gabe Smith. Smith to the right side. Thompson lofted in for Ethan Jackson. Nice pass, and Jackson had great position and finishes it off. 34-31. Up the floor is Braden Sandlin, trying to stay out of that trap. Sandlin skipping it across to Nerdahl. Nerdahl spot up three, no good. Rebounded by Leaf Shervy, and Shervy the bucket, good and one. Leaf Shervy hits the shot, and he draws the foul, and the foul went against Ethan Jackson, who picks up his second. Line change. Hodek, MacArthur, Hudson MacArthur, Larson, and James Thompson in. One here for Leaf Shervy. It's 36-31. Shervy's free throw is good. 37-31. It's a 6-point lead for the Raiders. James Thompson working across. Bounce pass. Larson has to pick it up, nearly lost it out of bounds. Larson to Hodek down the right side. Hodek dribbling out of some trouble. Now Tate Hodek driving, and a blocking foul called as Tate Hodek driving on the baseline. Foul is on Leaf Shervy. That'll be his third. So to the line goes Tate Hodek. He'll shoot free throws, 2 of them to be exact. First one is up and good. Hodek makes the first one. He'll shoot again. Substitution coming in is Jackson Castell. Sitting down is Leaf Shervy. One more here for Tate Hodek. Second free throw on the way. That one's off the glass, no good. And a rebound that comes down to Luca Besky. Besky with 5 boards. And Besky up the floor to trip Eider. Eider underneath to Nerdahl. Nerdahl on the baseline. Little runner is no good. Rebound. Braden Sandlin came out of nowhere. Following up, filling the lane, did a good job. 39-32. It's a 7-point lead. That's the Raiders' greatest lead. Gavin MacArthur out to James Thompson. Thompson driving. Kick out to Tate Hodek. Hodek on the baseline. Nice move by Hodek. Hodek goes up strong. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Braden Sandlin. Sandlin up to Nerdahl. They skip it into the corner to Besky. Besky into some traffic trouble. Turned it over. Back to the way. Thompson to Hodek. Hodek drives. Stops. Nice little stop. Shoot. Score for Tate Hodek. Stopped on a dime, picked it up, 39-34. Raiders by 5. Up the floor, Besky to Castell, left side. This is Nerdahl, short pull-up jumper is no good. And a rebound, Tadden Larson gets to it. Larson will bring it back across. Down the right side, Hodek tries to get it into Hudson MacArthur. It's kicked out of bounds. Stays with the Thunderbirds, 14:46 to play. So the inbound goes to Hudson MacArthur. MacArthur goes up, can't get the shot to fall. Castell picks up the rebound. Over to Besky up the floor to Eider. Eider penetrating, kicks it out, and a foul on the pass. Foul is on James Thompson. That's his third substitution, a line change for the Thunderbirds. Lutka, Anthony Thompson, Brian Clark, Gabe Smith, and Ethan Jackson coming in. Raiders will inbound from their own baseline. 14.5 to go. Sandlin will look to inbound. They get into Nerdahl. Nerdahl drives. The one-hander is no good. Rebounded by Ethan Jackson. Jackson's got 6 boards, and here comes Ethan Jackson. Jackson, nice look to Brody Lutka. Lutka goes up strong. Nice look from Jackson to Lutka. Now back to a 3-point game at 39-36. Pass head to Nerdahl into the middle. Stolen away by Anthony Thompson. Turnover number 12. Thompson will hold up. Thompson to the right side. They work to Lutka. Inside look to Gabe Smith. Smith kicks it out to Anthony Thompson. Thompson works to the elbow. Now lost the dribble. Kicks it out to Smith. They go back out to Lutka. They reset. 13:50 to play. 39-36 Raiders by 3. Smith, inside look to Ethan Jackson, and a foul. Jackson Castell will get his first. First personal. Team second. Substitution. Murphy Austin coming in. Sitting down is Troy Nerdahl. 3-point lead for the Raiders. 13:44 to play. Inbound is to Lutka. The ball on the ground. It's going to be kicked out and trying to run it down. And now the ball is turned over by the Thunderbirds other end. And Austin's fouled from behind by Gabe Smith. Smith committing the foul as Austin had a wide open layup after the loose ball. That'll send Murphy Austin to the line. .36 to play, a 3-point Thunderbird lead. 39-36. Free throw on the way, good. Made the first one. And he'll shoot again. Second free throw on the way. Second one, good. Made them both. 41-36, back to a 5-point ball game. Lutka over to Brian Clark. Clark looks for the cutter, now has to bring it out to Ethan Jackson. Jackson down to Lutka. Lutka fouled. He'll go to the line for some free throws. So the foul is on Luka Beski. It is his second. At the line is Brody Lutka. Shooting two. First one for Lutka is off the mark. Lutka went 1 of 5 of the first half from the line. Substitution is Braden Sandlin and Jackson Castile sitting down. Leaf Shervey is in. Second one up, no good. And the rebound is down to Gabe Smith. And now a runner, no good. And rebound for Brody Lutka. His putback is no good. The next rebound coming down to Anthony Thompson. And a three on the way from Brian Clark, no good. Next rebound coming down to Trip Eider. Eider up the floor with the basketball on the right side. Other player that checked in was Brody Hansen. Here's Luka Beski working against Anthony Thompson. Right side, Trip Eider with the basketball. 41-36. Eider out to Austin. Austin back to the right side. Beski, 12 on the shot clock. Here's Beski. Gets a look at three. It's off the mark. Rebound comes down to Murphy Austin. And here's Beski, leans in. He's fouled and one. Luka Beski got into the lane, did a good job, and then hit the shot. Foul is on Ethan Jackson, picks up his third. Substitution, line change. James Thompson, Hudson MacArthur. This time Tommy Phillips coming in, Gavin MacArthur, Tate Hodek. At the line, Luka Beski shooting one. Free throw up and good. Made it. 44-36. It's an 8-point ball game. That is the greatest lead. Left side, Gavin MacArthur with the basketball. MacArthur goes inside to Hudson MacArthur, and MacArthur had a hard time handling the basketball, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover 15 on the Thunderbirds. 12:24 to go. Beski turns and breaks the press up to Eider. Eider back out to Beski. Bounce pass over to Leaf Shervey. Shervey to the right side, down to Austin to the baseline, back out to Shervey. They'll reverse it over to Beski into the corner. Here's Trip Eider, has a look at three, and that's good for Trip Eider. Eider hits it. Now it's an 11-point ball game. That is the greatest lead of the night. Hodek down to the baseline, in trouble. Hodek adjusts, takes the shot, no good. It's rebounded by Brody Hansen. Hansen up to Eider. Eider on the right side. Eider kick out to Beski. Beski takes the three. That one's off the mark. Hard rebound. Brody Hansen with the rebound of the putback. Tough board for Hansen, and he makes the shot. Now it's a 49-36 lead for the Raiders. Aside James Thompson. 13-point ball game. Thompson on the drive. Kick it out to Tommy Phillips. Phillips will try a three. No good. Rebounded by Luka Beski. And back the other way it goes. And a three by Beski. That one won't fall. Rebounded by Hudson MacArthur. MacArthur will clear it out to Tommy Phillips down the right side. Phillips lost the dribble. Now to Tate Hodek. Hodek back to Phillips. Phillips, a nice move. Had a shot swatted away by Brody Hansen. Substitution. Tad and Larson coming in. Hudson MacArthur going to sit down. (49-36) Raiders by 13, 11 minutes to play. Inbound, Phillips gets it into Tate Hodek out in the front court. Skips it up top, Larson. Now it's Gavin MacArthur on the left. MacArthur battling against Eider, and he ends up turning him over. Quick hands there by Trip Eider. Up the floor to Leaf Shervy. Shervy back out to Besky. Squint over to Eider. Eider pulled the trigger on a three. That one won't fall. Rebound tipped out to Tad and Larson. Larson will run it down the middle of the court. Larson, runner in the paint. Good for Larson. 49-38. Back the other way. Shervy. Shervy driving to the rack. Fouled. He'll go to the line. And the tempo of this one is picked up considerably. Foul going against Tommy Phillips. It'll be Tommy Phillips' first personal. And to the line goes Leaf Shervy. So at the line is Shervy shooting 2. First one on the way, good. Shervy was 1 of 1 from the line. Trip Eider sitting down as Mac Voth will check in. One more here for Leaf Shervy. That one's going to fall short. Rebound right into the hands of Tate Hodek. And now a turnover on the Thunderbirds, and here comes Voth out to Luca Besky. Besky over to the left side. Corner. This is Leaf Shervy. Shervy lost the basketball out of bounds. Turnover Raiders, their 13th. Substitution, a line change. Coming in this time is Gabe Smith, Anthony Thompson, Brian Clark, Ethan Jackson, and one player staying on is Larson. Brody Lutka has a bloody nose, so he's getting that taken care of over on the sideline. Thompson bringing it across, 50-38. Raiders lead. Over to Brian Clark on the left side. That's Larson looking underneath, not there. Now they try and get into Ethan Jackson. Jackson up strong, and a foul called. Jackson, hard move to the basket. Foul was on Leaf Shervy. That'll be his 4th. So Shervy in some foul trouble here with 9:54 to go. So Ethan Jackson at the line. First free throw off the back iron, no good. Substitution. Braden Sandlin, Troy Nerdahl, Jackson Castell coming in. Shervy, Hansen, and Austin sitting down. One more here for Ethan Jackson. Second free throw good. He's got 7 points now, or actually 8 points on the night. Inbound to Nerdahl. Nerdahl across half court. Nerdahl trying to stay out of that trap. Now the ball is kicked around, knocked out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on the Raiders. Brian Clark forcing that one, the turnover. And it is Thunderbird basketball. Luca Besky sitting down, is back in as Brody Hansen. Anthony Thompson across half court over to Brian Clark. 9:40 to play, an 11-point lead for the Raiders. Back out to Clark. Clark stepping in. Clark swatted away by Brody Hansen. It's a mad rush to the ball. Getting there first is Larson. Now it's still loose, and Clark picks up the loose ball. Right side, here's Anthony Thompson. Drives, nice quick move off the glass, won't fall. Rebounded by Braden Sandlin. Sandlin, and we're gonna have a foul. Anthony Thompson trying to get him in that trap. Anthony Thompson going to pick up his 3rd. Team's 9th, so to the line will go Braden Sandlin. So Sandlin, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. 6 points for Braden Sandlin. 51-39. Now Brody Lutka is going to check in as Tad and Larson going to sit down. One more here for Braden Sandlin. Second free throw is no good. Rebound coming down to Ethan Jackson. Jackson with 7 boards. 51-39. Left side, Brian Clark. Clark nearly lost it. Out to Brody Lutka. Lutka driving. Lutka on the lane. Tosses up the shot. It's no good. And the rebound controlled. Came down to Mac Voth. Voth was then run over by his own player, but they held onto the basketball. Nerdahl into the middle. It's picked off by Brody Lutka. Lutka over to Anthony Thompson. Thompson, little reverse flip of the wrist, and it's good for Anthony Thompson. He's got 11. 51-41. Back the other way comes Mac Voth. Voth throws it away. Turnover. Here comes Ethan Jackson. Jackson, and a blocking foul called. Jackson on his way to the basket. Foul's on Braden Sandlin. It'll be his second. To the line goes Ethan Jackson, who is 1 of 2. He's got 8 points tonight. First one for Jackson, up, rimmed in, rimmed out, no good. Substitution, Luka Besky in for Mac Voth. One more here for Jackson. Second one off the front of the rim, rebounded by Troy Nerdahl. And it's stripped away momentarily, but got it back. And now a pass that goes right over the head. Brody Hansen. Here comes Brian Clark. Extra pass. Thrown away. Turnover Thunderbirds. Then Thompson trying to get a steal. Anthony Thompson trying to get a steal. Commits a foul, and that's Anthony Thompson's 4th. .8:14 to play, and that'll send Troy Nerdahl to the line. Shooting 2 as it's the team's 10th. So for the last 8 minutes, the Raiders are going to be shooting free throws. 2 free throws every foul. First one, good for Troy Nerdahl. He's got 15 points here tonight. He's got another one. Second one up for Nerdahl is good. So Nerdahl makes them both. Trip Eider is coming into the ball game. Troy Nerdahl will sit down. It's 53-41. And the Thunderbirds will bring it up with Gabe Smith. Smith across half court. They go left side to Brody Lutka. Now it's Brian Clark. Clark to Jackson. Now out to Brody Lutka. Lutka playing with the tissue stuffed up his nose. Clark left side. 7:55 to go. Over to Ethan Jackson. Jackson dribbling over to the right side. Lutka with the basketball, working against Brody Hansen. Lutka down to the baseline. Fall away for Lutka on the baseline is well short. Ethan Jackson there with a big rebound. Kick it out. Lutka's 3 is partially blocked. Now the ball is loose. Still loose, still loose, still loose, still loose. And then picked up by Ethan Jackson. Turns and fires up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Braden Sandlin. Sandlin with 9 rebounds. They toss it up to Trip Eider. Eider gets it away from Brody Lutka. Eider back to Sandlin. Besky, corner. Castell, they work it back. Now Besky steps in. Back out to Trip Eider. The left side. Braden Sandlin tries a 3. Comes up well short. And Lutka pulls away with the rebound. Lutka with 7 rebounds. 53-41 Raiders. 7 minutes to play. On the loose ball, Ethan Jackson picks it up. Gives it to Brian Clark. Clark to Thompson. Thunderbirds slowing it down here a little bit. Getting a little bit of wild. Now Thompson down to the baseline. Nice drive by Anthony Thompson for 2. Timeout Thunderbirds. Time on the floor. We'll take it. Brought to you by Gordon Construction. Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. It is Lake Park Audubon leading Mahnomen-Waubun 53-43.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
(53-43) Lake Park Audubon leading Mahnomen-Waubun. Thunderbirds won with the line change during the break. Hudson MacArthur, Tate Hodick, Gavin MacArthur, Tad Larson, and James Thompson checking in. So the Thunderbirds come out with a full court press. Baseball pass up to Leaf Shervy. Shervy's shot is off the mark. A rebound that comes down to Larson. He's got 5 boards for not the tallest guy on the floor. Tate Hodick's pass stolen away. Turnover and then a foul. Shervy pushing up the floor is fouled by James Thompson. That's his 4th. So now you got James Thompson with 4, Anthony Thompson with 4, Ethan Jackson with 3. To the line goes Leaf Shervy. Shervy is 2 of 3 from the line. 6.5 to go. First free throw up and good. He's got 5 points on the night. He'll shoot again. Second one is up. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by James Thompson. And the other end, it's Gavin MacArthur with the basketball. Inside look and dangerous pass. It's stolen away. Turnover number 20 on the Thunderbirds. Here's Luca Besky running down the left side. Besky down to the baseline. Out to Austin. Murphy Austin misses a shot and a rebound. And we're going to have a rebound that goes down to Ted Larson. He's fouled on it. Braden Sandlin picks up his 3rd. It's the team's 6th. It'll be Thunderbird basketball. 6:09 to play. Larson across half court. And over to Gavin MacArthur in the front court. James Thompson now. Thompson bounce pass to Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur, a little separation. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebounded by Tate Hodick. Hodick with 5 boards. Next shot is missed. Rebounded by Braden Sandlin. He's got 10 boards. And then the Raiders turn it over. Here's Gavin MacArthur, and he's fouled on his way. A blocking foul called. So the foul is on Murphy Austin. It'll be his 3rd. To the line goes Gavin MacArthur. 2 points on the night. First one's good. Substitutions. Brody Hansen coming in. Sitting down as Murphy Austin. One more here for Gavin MacArthur. It's 54-44. Second free throw is up off the front of the rim. Rebound. Tate Hodick sneaks in there, and then Hodick's shot is blocked, but he's fouled as well. And this foul is going against Brody Hansen. His 1st, team's 8th. So, Tate Hodick at the line shooting 2. First one for Hodick, no good. Hodick now 1 of 3 from the line. Good for 5 points. Next free throw on the way, good. Hodick makes 1 of 2. 54-45, a 9-point ball game. Into the middle, Hansen over to Shervy, and that pass was low right at Shervy's feet. Went off of Shervy's shins. The Raiders turn it over for the 19th time. Larson across half court, hands it off to Hodick. Now up top to Gavin MacArthur. MacArthur to Thompson. Thompson looks it over back to MacArthur. MacArthur tries to make a drive, then behind the back, stop. Takes the short jumper, and it's no good. He got his own rebound, then dishes to Hudson MacArthur. Nice dish from MacArthur to MacArthur, and Hudson MacArthur gets the points. Now it's 54-47. 5:07 to play. Up the floor to Leaf Shervy. And they quick pass down to Besky. Besky. And a jump ball going to be called. Gavin MacArthur snuck in there and Got the jump ball call. It'll be Raider basketball. Line change coming for the Thunderbirds. Gabe Smith, Ethan Jackson, Brian Clark, Brody Lutka, and Anthony Thompson coming in. A timeout on the floor. Timeout taken. We'll take it. Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, 54-47. Raiders lead the Thunderbirds.
If a stranger walks up to you on the street and asks you for your money, that's called robbery. But when you walk into a bank full of people you don't know, you gladly hand over your entire paycheck. Walk into Midwest Bank, on the other hand, and half the time you can't get to the teller line before bumping into 2 friends and 3 neighbors. And those are just the people who work there. So you can hand your money over to some stranger, or you can go to Midwest Bank, the local bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
54-47. Was a 13-point lead for the Raiders at one point. The Thunderbirds have now cut it to 7 points with 4:58 to play. It'll be Raider basketball coming out of the break. Raiders been on a little bit of a little scoring drought here, and the pass goes right over it's still loose, and then picked up. Turnover Raiders, other end, and a big block by Brody Hansen. Hansen with a huge block on the layup. Back the other way. They give it to Brody Hansen. Hansen traveled, tried to put it on the floor, got tied up and turned it over, so it'll be Thunderbird basketball. 4:41 to play. Up the floor and almost turning it over to the Raiders. Sandlin almost picked that pass off. He stepped out of bounds with it. So it'll be Thunderbird basketball from the far sideline. Inbound, bounce pass into Anthony Thompson. Working against Braden Sandlin. Thompson stop, take the jump shot, pull up, won't fall. Rebounded by Brody Hansen. Hansen has come in and did a nice job of getting some big rebounds when they need it. Besky up to Eider. Eider across half court. Trip Eider, holding up, bounce pass back out to Sandlin. Now it's Besky into the corner. Leaves Shervy. Shervy tries a 3. That's good. Leaves Shervy buries a 3. 57-47. Raiders back up by 10. Lutka left side to Brian Clark. Clark stays on the left with Anthony Thompson. Thompson back to Lutka. Lutka, Clark, 3:55 to play. Bounce pass to Anthony Thompson. Thompson on the drive. Thompson, Lutka, baseline jumper, good for Brody Lutka. Lutka's got 9, 57-49. Braden Sandlin over to Shervy, and Lutka stepped on the line. Nearly got the steal. So it'll be the Raider basketball. And it'll inbound, will go to Sandlin. Sandlin across to Eider, and it's knocked away by Ethan Jackson. So it'll be Raider basketball. Over to Braden Sandlin. Sandlin into the middle, and that's going to be slapped, nearly taken away. Back up the floor. Here's Luka Besky, baseline, fouled on the drive. Luka Besky going to the baseline drive. Fouls on Brody Lutka. Lutka will pick up his third. 3:23 to play, 57-49 Raiders. Besky, the first free throw is good. Besky's got 13 on the night. One more free throw coming. Second free throw is good. Made them both. Back to a 10-point lead at 59-49. Gabe Smith across half court. Back up top to Lutka, over to Clark. And a timeout. Timeouts are brought to you by Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. It is Lake Park Audubon leading Mahnomen-Waubun 59-49.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
(59-49). Raiders lead the Thunderbirds by 10 in boys basketball tonight on Gold 101.5 KRJM. And YourLiveEvent.com. The inbound will go to Anthony Thompson working against Trippiter. Thompson cut off, has to kick it out to Ethan Jackson. Jackson now makes a move. Nice move to the basket, and it's no good. We're going to have a goaltend. So Ethan Jackson's shot will be good. Shot was off the mark. One of the Raiders slapped the backboard. So 59-51. Raiders will have the basketball. They'll inbound. Thunderbirds with the full court pressure. Inbound will go to Braden Sandlin. Sandlin splitting the defense up the floor to Trip Eider. Eider kicks it out to Sandlin. Now it's Brody Hansen. Hansen one-hander won't fall. Rebounded by Ethan Jackson. Jackson with 9 boards. Now a pass going up the floor. Shervy broke that one up. 2:48 to go. 59-51. Raiders leading by 8. Lutka will inbound to Ethan Jackson in the corner. Jackson back down to Lutka. Lutka inside. Nice powerful move by Brody Lutka to get to the basket. Delay a game warning on Brody Lutka. 59-53. It's a 6-point ball game. So the Raiders to inbound. Inbound will go to Trip Eider. Eider into the middle of Sandlin. Sandlin in some trouble, and that one's nearly stolen away. And Eider, a timeout taken by the Raiders. They almost had a 10 count there. Timeout, we'll take it. 59-53, Raiders lead on KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com. Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou does it all. They provide full shop services for your tractors, combines, trucks, pickups, and cars. Their tire department carries a full line of name brand tires, and they've got state-of-the-art alignment equipment. And don't forget about the parts department. They have parts for just about anything, right down to your lawnmower. Call today, 218-935-2774. Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
59-53, a 6-point ball game. Raiders have led by as many as 13. Thunderbirds have forced some turnovers here down the stretch. Raiders have 21. The Thunderbirds have 21 turnovers. It's Raider basketball out of the break. So the inbound coming. Into the middle to Brody Hansen. Hansen up the floor to Besky. Besky as they're going to try and take some time, and Ethan Jackson taking a swat at the ball. Picks up his 4th. That'll send Besky to the line. Luka Besky, perfect from the line, 4 of 4. He's got 14 points tonight. First one away, rolls in good for Besky. He'll get ready to shoot again. One more here for Luka Besky, 60-53. Second one good. Made them both. 61-53, back to an 8-point ball game. Anthony Thompson will have it. 2:18 to play. Here's Thompson. Works on the right side, gives it to Gabe Smith. Smith bringing it back out. Smith to Ethan Jackson. Jackson to Lutka. Lutka down low. Brody Lutka. And he traveled. Travel on Lutka to be his 22nd turnover. Substitution, Troy Nerdahl in for Brody Hansen. Thunderbirds will come back up with the full court press with 2 minutes to play. Inbound goes to Braden Sandlin, over to Besky. Besky, Eider. Back to Besky, into the middle to Shervy. Nope, taken away, turnover. Ethan Jackson running up the lane, got the roll! Bucket good. And he'll have and one. Fouls on Luka Besky, it's his third. So a chance for Jackson to cut this to a 5-point lead. 61-55, Raiders leading, 1:48 to play. So Ethan Jackson at the line, free throw is up, that one won't fall. Rebounded by Brody Lutka. Lutka's shot is no good, got his own rebound, put back good for Brody Lutka. Lutka with a big rebound there, and now it's 61-57. It's a 4-point ball game up the floor to Trip Eider. Eider back out to Besky. Besky back to Eider. Eider's got to look at three, won't fall. Rebound comes down to Braden Sandlin and had it slapped out of his hands. Stays with the Raiders with 1:24 to go. 61-57. Raiders to inbound from their own baseline. Inbound goes to Besky. Besky coming around, 16 on the shot clock. Besky backs it out, 1:17 to go. Besky taking his time here. Besky now has to do something with it. Over to Trip Eider. Eider pulls the trigger on three, won't fall. And a rebound, still loose. Goes off of. A nice job by the Thunderbirds. They threw it off of one of the Raiders. It'll be Raider basketball. Nerdahl coming off. Brody Hansen back in. Thunderbird basketball, 1 minute to play, 61-57. Raiders up by 4. They led by 13 here in the second half. Thunderbirds have reeled them in. Anthony Thompson will bring it up. Thompson coming to the right side. Here's Anthony Thompson. Mid-range jumper is no good. Rebounded by Brody Hansen. Hansen comes out with the basketball himself. Hansen, and ball is still loose, and then throwing off almost, and a timeout. Timeout by the Raiders. 41 seconds ago. We'll take the timeout. Brought to you by Gordon Construction, Lakes Community Co-op. Scoreboard 61-57. Raiders leading. Back after this. At the Mahnomen School District, their mission is to provide the opportunity for high achievement for all learners, promoting academics, citizenship, and individual self-esteem with an emphasis on 21st century skills. For more information on the Mahnomen School District and what's going on at the school, log on to www.mahnomen.k12.mn.us. Good luck to the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds from the faculty, staff, and students at the Mahnomen School District. Mahnomen Building Materials on the north end of Main Street in Mahnomen is your home building needs specialist. They're a Milwaukee tool dealer. They have bits and blades by Diablo. They carry a large inventory of building needs lumber, including SPF, Green Treat, OSB, and CDX. They carry insulation, and they have shingles by Certainty and Landmark Pro, plus all of the accessories. Stop by today and visit the guys at Mahnomen Building Materials. They are your home building needs specialist on the north end of Main Street in Mahnomen. 61-57, a 4-point ball game. Lake Park Audubon clinging here, second half. 41.2 seconds to be exact remaining in this one. It's been a fun ball game. Raiders basketball, they'll inbound underneath their own basket. Home baseline. And inbound will go to Luca Beske. 24 on the shot clock. Beske out to Eider. Eider gives it back to Beske. They can run this down to nearly no time, about 15 seconds. On a 5-second call. So Beske turns it over. He's looking for an explanation as the official says, hey, you held on to it too long. 61-57, Anthony Thompson. This is a deep, deep three by Thompson, and it's rebounded by Brody Hansen, and a foul. Foul is on Ethan Jackson, and Jackson will be done. 12 points and 9 boards for Ethan Jackson, and a nice performance tonight by the junior. .2 seconds to go in this one. Brody Hansen at the line. So, Coach John Clark Jr. taking his time. We're going to send James Thompson in for Ethan Jackson. At the line is Brody Hansen. He'll shoot 2. 61-57, Raiders by 4. First trip to the free throw line for Hansen. The first one's off the mark, no good. Another one coming here for Hansen. Second one on the way. Missed that one. Rebound coming down to Anthony Thompson. And Thompson got tied up on the rebound in a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Thunderbirds. 19.6 seconds remaining. And a substitution. Thunderbirds are going to send in Ted Larson. Sitting down is Brian Clark. 19.6 seconds and a 4-point Raider lead. Thunderbirds have the basketball. Inbound will come to Gabe Smith. Back to Brody Lutka. Lutka is on the run. Lutka is going to drive in, and he runs through one, and a blocking foul going to be called. Brody Lutka coming like a freight train. That'll be on Leif Shervy, and that'll be his 5th. 8 points, 3 boards. So Shervy comes out, Troy Nerdahl in, 13.5 seconds. That'll send Brody Lutka to the free throw line. Lutka has struggled from the line tonight. 1 of 7 from the line for Brody Lutka tonight. So 2 here for Lutka. The first one, he banks home. Substitutions, Tate Hodick, Brian Clark in, Larson and James Thompson sitting down. One more for Lutka, 61-58. Now a 3-point ball game. Second one. And Lutka stepped over the line. So the second one that was good does not count. Makes it a 3-point game with 13.5 seconds to go. And a timeout coming for the Thunderbirds. Time on the floor, we'll take it. Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, 61-58. Raiders leading. Back after this.
Are you pregnant with your first baby? Be a better parent tomorrow with good advice today from a personal nurse. Nurse Family Partnership provides the information, advice, and support you need throughout your pregnancy and after your baby arrives, all at no cost to you. Your personal nurse will be there whenever and wherever you need them, making sure you and your baby are healthy, strong, and thriving. For more information, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media. Together, we can build a better future.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
61-58. Raiders cling to a 3-point lead with 13.5 seconds to go. Would have been a 2-point game, but the made free throw by Brody Lutka, he stepped over the line, so it didn't count. Raiders have the basketball. Thunderbirds setting up in a full court press. Eider will inbound. And the full court pass up the floor to Nerdahl. Nerdahl, layup is good. Troy Nerdahl got free of everybody. 63-58. Here's Anthony Thompson. Thompson has to step back, shoot a three. That's going to come up short. Rebounded by Braden Sandlin. And the Raiders are going to come away with the win here tonight by a score of 63-58. Good ball game tonight. A lot of fun. Post-game report on the way. We'll talk to the coaches. We'll name our stars, our sub, our energy player. We'll have our power performer and more. Final tonight in high school basketball. Lake Park Audubon over Mahnomen-Waubun. 63-58 on Gold 101.5 KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Valley Vision Clinic, they are dedicated to providing high-quality optometry services in a comfortable environment. The friendly staff is available to answer questions about the services they provide, as well as scheduling, insurance coverages, frames and lens options, and more. Valley Vision will take both eye emergencies and scheduled appointments. They offer vision financing options and will work with vision insurance providers to ensure good eye health and vision care for all their patients. Call 784-4091 for Dr. Dave Salsing and staff at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada.
The Waubun Education Association would like to wish the best of luck to the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbird teams and wish them the best of luck this season. Proud to cheer on and support the Thunderbird students in the classroom and in all extracurricular activities. Your hard work and dedication make them proud to work with you every day as part of the Waubun-Ogama-White Earth School District. Good luck and go Thunderbirds! From all
West Main Pizza is now serving you from both Ada and Dilworth. The tradition of West Main Pizza continues after 30 years in Ada, and the Rail District location is now open in Dilworth. When you're in town or driving through the area, visit West Main Pizza. For specials, visit West Main Pizza Ada and Rail District Dilworth Facebook page. Both locations open daily at 11 a.m., serving the West Main Pizza menu items you enjoy. West Main Pizza, Ada, and the Rail District in Dilworth. Both are open to serve you daily.
Well, our final score tonight is 63-58. The the Lake Park Audubon Raiders coming away with the win here tonight in a very entertaining basketball game. First half, we saw 8 lead changes, one tie at 15 as they would go back and forth. The Thunderbirds would lead at the half, 29-28. Second half would come out, and the Raiders would start hitting some threes. Troy Nerdahl knocked down a couple. Leaf Shervey hit one. It was another three for Trip Eider. The Raiders had actually built a 13-point lead. Thunderbirds would come back with some big rebounds, and they'd be able to just chip away. They'd cut the lead all the way down to 3 points with time winding down, but just couldn't get over the hump. The Raiders would throw a full court pass up the floor. It'd be a layup for the Raiders by Troy Nerdahl, and that would be the final here tonight. 63-58. Raiders are now 2-1 on the season. Thunderbirds drop to 0-2. It's your game summary brought to you by TDS Fertilizer and Trucking of Fertile. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Stars of the game are coming up. Final tonight, a victory for the Raiders. You heard it on Gold 101.5 KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com.
As life starts moving faster and faster, we need to make a choice. To move faster with it, or take a step back and enjoy life's moments. To marvel at the wonders around us, and remember just how beautiful White Earth Reservation can be. With over 1,300 square miles to explore in northern Minnesota, the endless possibilities of White Earth Reservation await you. Live here, work here, explore here. Explore more at whiteearth.com or on Facebook at White Earth Nation.
Stars of the game tonight brought to you by Pinehurst Resort, beautiful north and south Twin Lakes near Nadawash tonight. Boy, stars from the Thunderbirds. Brody Lutka, star at 14 points, 8 boards, but boy, he worked hard tonight. And I named Ethan Jackson a star, 12 points, 9 boards. Jackson really had a great game here tonight, worked really hard. From Lake Park Audubon, Braden Sandlin, 6 points at 12 boards. Sandlin, just an excellent performance tonight. Luca Besky, 16 points. Boy, he didn't take many breaks, and he did a great job handling the basketball. And then Troy Nerdahl, who just hit some big shots tonight, defensively played really well. So congratulations to our stars of the game. Stars are brought to you by Pinehurst Resort in beautiful north and south Twin Lakes near Nadawash. We'll go to a break. We'll come back. Subway Super Sub of the game coming up next. Our post-gamer continues right after this.
At Wild Rice Electric Cooperative, we're more than just your energy provider. We're your friends, your neighbors, and partners in progress. With a deep concern for our community and a commitment to teamwork, we're dedicated to empowering every member we serve. From lighting up your homes to supporting local initiatives, Wild Rice Electric is here to energize our community. Because when we work together, we all thrive. Wild Rice Electric Cooperative, empowering you, empowering our community.
Time now for our Super Sub of the game brought to you by Subway and Ada. They invite you to eat fresh. And tonight, Brody Hanson of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders is our Subway, the Super Sub of the game. 2 points, 5 boards tonight. He came into the second half, and boy, he did a nice job. Hit some big rebounds, some block shots here. Brody Hanson played really well, so congratulations. He is our Subway Super Sub of the game. He'll receive a free 6-inch sub courtesy of Subway and Ada, where they remind you to eat fresh. We'll keep it here. I see the head coach, the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds coming up. You can just kick that stuff over. It's fine. There you go. Hand the microphone over to John Clark Jr. He's the head coach of the Thunderbirds, joining us here following a 63-58 loss to the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. Tough loss tonight, Rays, but I think some real good things, some positive things here tonight. Your thoughts after this one?
I'm just happy we showed some spunk tonight, John. We had a little giddy up in our step at least, and I thought we worked hard tonight. And that we were at pretty rock bottom after last night, so we got very simple goals, and we're going to take baby steps and get better. But tonight, definitely we showed some fight and a lot of hustle out there, and kind of made it chaos. And you know, we were right there. We had our chances. I mean, I just, as a coach, yeah, you nitpick the negatives, and we gave up too many offensive rebounds, and it seemed like every time we gave up an offensive rebound, they scored off it, you know. And you know, long shots are long rebounds, and they took a lot of threes, and we just got the ball was going over our heads. So that and some crazy turnovers, some really easy shots we missed, and boy, was that brutal at the free throw line tonight.
I'd tell you the number, Rays, but you don't want to hear it.
I think it was 8 of 24, and I think we banked in 4 of those. So obviously not good, but all of those things, those negatives we just talked about, are certainly things we can improve on. So that's the bright spot.
I thought tonight, we had talked before and you said defense was going to be where it starts with this team, and I thought defensively, your kids, you played the chaos defense. You kept them kind of guessing for a good chunk of that first half. I thought your defense really kind of stopped everything that they were doing offensively.
We did. I mean, and we were in passing lanes and got good traps and took them out of their comfort zone, and that's all we were really trying to do. It's didn't know that we were necessarily going to play that defense much this year, but maybe that's what it takes to get us going and get the blood pumping for the boys. So, there was 5 or 6 in that first half where we played such good. We got the steal, and it looked like we were going to get a layup, and we didn't. I don't know how we didn't. We had 2-on-0 and 1-on-0 breaks, and we didn't get a shot. That's obviously frustrating. So I thought we could have built maybe a 8-10 point lead at half, and I don't know what. I think we're up 1. So we can't let points get away. We work too hard to create those turnovers. We got to cash in when we do turn them over.
I thought Ethan Jackson played well here tonight, kind of a newcomer to the varsity squad. I thought he played well tonight. You had a number of kids that really played a pretty solid game that are kind of new to the varsity speed.
Yeah, most of them are new. We got a couple back from last year. But, we played 11 tonight, and 8 of them are new, and 8.5 of them actually are new. So there's going to be some learning going on, and there's going to be some setbacks. And like I told them, though, at least we showed fight and spirit, and it was a huge improvement from last night, just in intensity and desire. So definitely, if we can build off that, we will improve.
Well, you get Ben Hemberger's boys on Monday night. That should be a fun one. Always fun to take on the Greyhounds.
Tons of fun. Obviously, look forward to that one. Should be fun. Should be some good coaching banter before, during, and after the game. So, 2 teams that are going to scratch for wins all year. So, obviously, a big game for both teams, actually, to be honest with you. So, wish we had a practice before. It's tough playing 3 games in a row without a practice, but it is what it is. We probably have a walkthrough Monday after school and see if we can give the Greyhounds a tussle.
Well, we'll be there at the broadcast, Rays. Appreciate the time here following the game, and we'll see you Monday night.
Thank you, Sean.
It's the head coach of the Thunderbirds, John Clark Jr., joining us here following the loss to Lake Park Audubon on Friday night. We'll step away for a second. We'll come back. We'll talk with Landon Schultz. He's the head coach of the Raiders, as our post-game report continues right after this on Gold 101.5 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Post-game report continues here as we're joined by the head coach of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. Landon Schultz joins us here following a 63-58 win over the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds on Friday night. Landon, first off, congratulations on the win here tonight. It was a battle, but your kids' composure down the stretch, I think, was kind of the big thing, and just, taking care of business. Your thoughts after this win?
Yeah, we talked about it pregame and in the locker room afterwards. It's always going to be a battle when we step in this gym for a contest with Mahnomen-Waubun, and we know no lead is safe. Very similar game to what we faced last year, and we weren't pretty, down the stretch, but we talked about that earlier this week. When things get off script, how are we going to react? And I thought we reacted pretty well down the stretch when we were making some mistakes, but just kept working on the defensive end, kept battling, and very fortunate to get out on top, but feels really good.
I thought to start the game, your kids were shooting the ball very well, hitting threes and whatnot. Little lull towards the end of the first half, but boy, you got some kids that can shoot the ball.
Yeah, we got some big performances, I thought, out of Troy Nerdahl last couple nights this week. Some hot shooting from the three-point line. And you know what? I think we got a couple other guys that are still kind of waiting to kind of catch their stride from the three-point line as well. But yeah, a couple hot starts this week really kind of propelled us to a good week going 2-0 this week.
You know, I thought your kids, Mahnomen-Waubun stepped their defense up, and I thought after your kids kind of figured out a few things, they did a good job of handling that pressure and getting the ball up the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3 games in, we haven't seen a zone press like that, and anytime you face Mahnomen-Waubun early in the year, you're going to see it, and it's hard to mix that stuff in the practice sometimes. We didn't really work on anything like that. We knew we were going to see it, but it. Good quality game reps for us tonight, and credit to them. They forced a bunch of turnovers, bunch of deflections, bunch of steals. So it was a good little learning curve for us, and hopefully we are a little bit better next time we face a press like that. But I don't know if we'll face many presses like a Mahnomen-Waubun full court press the rest of the season. So good learning points for our kids, and once again, I'm glad how we adjusted in game.
And you got good play off the bench here tonight. I thought you brought in some kids that really did some good things. I was talking about Brody Hansen. I thought he came off the bench, and boy, second half, he really stepped up and played well.
Yeah, absolutely. We know he can bring a good sense of energy to our group when he steps out on the court. He just plays super hard, very athletic. We just don't have a whole lot of size in our group. And he's one of those guys that we know we can put out there, get some defensive rebounds, bring some energy on that defensive side of the ball. It's just kind of unfortunate. Like, we play him 2 halves of JV right now and just 1 half of varsity. If we had him 4 halves, we would have played both halves. So we might have to look into a little bit of an adjustment there for him. But yeah, he stepped up huge tonight, and we know he would have a big second half for us.
What do you got coming up next?
We got next week. We got a big matchup with Norman County East Ulen hit it all on Tuesday night on the road up there in Ulen. It's always a battle when we go into that gym, as well as we know kind of that rivalry that exists there. And then next Friday we go on the road down to Ashby.
So you got some big matchups. Nice to have a couple practices mixed in.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, unfortunately, this past week here on Wednesday we didn't get to practice. Due to that weather that came through, so we didn't have any after-school activities. But I thought a day off for us on Wednesday was a good thing. But yeah, playing a game on Tuesday and then having a couple practices to maybe adjust some things will be really good for our guys.
Landon, I appreciate you coming up here. Congratulations on the win tonight. Fun ball game, and best of luck next week with the matchups.
Thank you. Really appreciate the coverage tonight.
You bet. It's Landon Schultz. He's the head coach of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders, joining us here following the victory over the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds. We'll get into our sub of the game, super sub of the game. Tonight gave it to Brody Hansen of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. I thought he played a whale of a game. Good job by him. Had a big block, 5 rebounds here tonight. And our Enbridge Energy Player of the game tonight, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy with Enbridge. The energy player of the game is Luca Besky of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. 16 points. Boy, he played hard all night long. So a nice job by Luca Besky. He's our Enbridge energy player of the game. And Wild Rice Electric, they present you with the power performer of the game. Wild Rice Electric, member-owned, team-driven. Wild Rice Electric. Tonight it was Braden Sandlin of the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. 12 rebounds for Sandlin, but boy, he had a powerful performance tonight and a great job by Braden Sandlin. So congratulations to Braden Sandlin, our Wild Rice Electric power performer of the game. Let's get into the final numbers here. Let's get wrapped up. We'll start with scoring for Mahnomen-Waubun tonight. Led in scoring tonight by Brody Lucka, 14 points, 8 boards. It was Anthony Thompson, 13 points at 3 boards. Ethan Jackson, 12 points, 9 boards tonight. It was Hudson MacArthur, 4 points, 3 boards. Gabe Smith, 2 points and a board. James Thompson, 2 points and a board. Tate Hodick, 6 points, 6 boards. Tadden Larson, 2.6 boards. And Gavin MacArthur, 3 points and 2 boards. Thunderbirds, 8 of 24 from the free throw line here tonight. They had 42 rebounds, 22 turnovers as it dropped to 0-2. Lake Park Audubon, they're led by Luca Besky, or actually led by Troy Nerdahl, 18 points, 3 boards tonight. Luca Besky, 16 points, 6 boards. It was Trip Eider, 11 points, 4 boards. Braden Sandlin, 6 points, 12 boards. Murphy Austin, 4 points, 3 boards. Leaf Shervy, 8 points, 3 boards. Brody Hansen, 2 points and 5 boards. Raiders, 14 of 22 from the line. They had 40 rebounds and 23 turnovers as the Raiders are now 2-1 on the season. That'll do it for the broadcast. Thanks to all the sponsors. They make it possible. Please patronize the fine advertisers that you've heard throughout the broadcast. Thanks to Aaron Gunther, my Your Live event engineer for the evening. Final score, high school boys hoops. Lake Park Audubon over Mahnomen-Waubun, 63-58. From the Waubun White Earth High School tonight on Gold 101.5 and YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Sean Bierk. Have a great weekend, everybody.